face.
Yeah, I mean this one ain't a split window either. This is a
None of them are split windows. They're all fucking C5s with a fucking Quasimodo ass sticking out of them.
Well, like and subscribe, you old son of a bitch. Come on now. All right, here we are, Patty. We're back. Episode, what is it now? 12?
It is number 12.
Wow.
3 months on the dot.
Comes so quick. And just in time for Supercar Blondie to tell us about the new colors on the C8.
Oh, Supercar Blondie.
Yeah. And this is a real car this time.
She's that kinda hot white Australian girl who somehow is like the face of all
fake cars.
New weird car releases. Yeah. Yeah, she does all the fake cars. She's like, hey, look, we got the DeVal 16 in.
Yeah, the DeVal 16.
This is my I can't quite believe it face. Let's go.
That's the one I think of for her.
I've just driven it.
I don't know why I've picked.
Brilliant.
I don't know why I've picked her. Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, it's just rolling along at like 2 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I picked her website when it's just a link to the Corvette Twitter.
Yeah, fascinating. We went to Supercar Blondie.
Yeah, but anyway, there's 2 new Corvette colors coming out. Pretty cool. I like
That,
this Roswell
that
green.
green is spectacular.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. And, you know, right now they've got the Hysteria purple, which is really cool. Definitely the color I'd be going for if I was spec'ing a C8 right now. I like the...
is that one available now?
Yeah, this is a 2025 model year color.
Okay, so you can order that now.
You can order that now. In fact, one just failed to sell on Cars and Bids, missed sticker by 18K. Right here. Only bid to 70, even though it had like an 88 sticker, I think. And this lunatic...
Is it?
This lunatic that was selling it said y'all are off by about 30K when it was at 67, so he thought he was going to make 11 grand on this thing.
And it's just a normal Stingray?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Well then, yeah, no, I mean the color's cool, but...
The color's awesome, but,
yeah.
you know, it's an $88,000 car. It's not 2021 anymore. You're not flipping this thing.
And what did it no sale at?
No sale for 70.
70. Yeah, well 70 is like what a C8 is now, a standard one.
Yeah, I mean,
I think maybe the cool color adds 5.
sticker was 88 on that one, so yeah, I mean.
Well, the sticker doesn't mean shit. It's Corvette. They're getting old now, and that's what happens.
Yeah,
They go down.
It's not 2021 anymore. I know.
Yeah.
But let's see these. They've also deleted the interior wall here. So
where'd all the buttons go? Hopefully they haven't put them all in the screen.
I mean, they must be now, right? There's a row of buttons here for the HVAC system.
Okay.
So
I'll take that.
That's cool at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to think that the rest of those buttons have moved on to screens. But oh well, at least you're not.
It looks rad though.
Yeah, I mean, before you were in like a different room than the passenger, so.
Yeah.
So this is at least.
I mean, I think it looks terrific. And they've left some buttons in there. You know. So.
Yep. Totally. And on the crime corner.
Crime corner.
I'll cut in the dolly zoom on the sheriff's face from Jaws. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, Sheriff Brody is quickly becoming the mascot of this podcast.
He sure is.
All right.
Well,
so they pit
see
maneuvered this
story
guy.
At all, Austin?
I read through the article real quick. They pit maneuvered the guy at 100 miles per hour in a Mark IV.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a real shame. I mean, Jalopnik was all up in arms about the fact that they used the pit maneuver so quickly.
Yeah. As if they should have waited for this guy to kill somebody.
Yeah, both the driver and passenger in the Mark IV were fine.
Really?
Somehow,
Yeah.
yes, they both survived.
Well, the car did its job. I mean,
Yeah,
I
95 Supra.
I love the comments. I mean, it's every single comment is like, "Are you serious? You're upset that they stopped this guy?"
Yeah,
before
exactly.
before he killed somebody. I mean, this podcast is very much typically on the side of the criminal, but I think on this one, we'll let the cops slide this one time.
Yeah, apart from the fact that they blew up a Supra,
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I think we got to give this one to the cops.
If you want to be respectful to a Supra, don't run from the fucking cops in one.
Don't run from the cops. Like, what else were you guys hiding? Like, just pull over, dude.
Just pull over and stop.
Call what's the ticket thing that sponsors all the other podcasts?
Oh yeah, shouts out to what are they called? I know they sponsor Matt Farah.
Yeah, I've heard it 10,000 times on Matt Farah's podcast, and I can't remember it.
Let's see, Matt.
That one.
Ticket company.
I know the Ticket Clinic is one. Off the Record.
Off the Record, that's what it is.
Shout out to Off the Record. All this guy had to do was pull over, turn his phone on, and call Off the Record, and he would still have a Supra, and it would be fine. So
they would have sent an attorney out to scream at the police for you. It's a couple of white guys.
Yeah, dude.
Fine.
So what, you were going 120? They don't know that. They claim that they know that. They don't really know that. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
So these idiots decided to try to test their luck, and it's a real shame.
When was the last time that radar gun was calibrated?
Yeah, exactly. Boom, done. Gotcha.
Here's a little crossover article.
Ooh, Charles.
A new Charles Leclerc RM7201 Charles Leclerc.
Ooh, he's got a Charles Leclerc RM.
Yeah.
Built for him.
It's watches and cars now. And
clearly they've. Well, it's always supposed to have been watches and cars. We just have kind of been faltering on watches a bit lately, but.
Right. But we're bringing it back for this episode about Charles Leclerc.
That's interesting. So RM has made Charles a new watch, despite Ferrari's performance this year, huh?
Yep, and him wearing patches on his pants, on his jeans.
That's cool now.
I mean,
you see his girlfriend there and his dog? You see how hot they both are?
Yeah, I see the hot girlfriend and the hot dog.
Yeah. So you think his jeans aren't cool, dude? His jeans aren't cool. We just don't know what's cool anymore. It's time for you to accept that.
Fully ready to accept that.
Yeah.
I think he looks like a tool, but I'm sure the kids love it.
I bet Richard, though, Mr. Mille, is probably not, when he tunes in on Sundays, is probably not like, oh, great, they're P7 and P8 again.
Well, that's
awesome.
Pretty good. They're middle of the pack, right?
Yeah, for Ferrari.
I can't believe there's not a Lewis Hamilton RM.
Oh, I'm sure that's coming.
I mean, how is there not already? The king of the drip himself.
No, Lewis Hamilton's gonna make Ferrari make the F40 again.
No, well, we've been discussing that for weeks now, and he's yet to do it.
Yeah, well, Lewis was with Mercedes for 10 years, wearing desert sand, big pilots and shit
yeah,
like
the
that.
Gigantic IWCs.
Yeah.
70mm IWCs.
Which are for some reason only worth $15,000, and this one's worth $200,000 or whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Look,
it's all bullshit.
He's got 3 of them on.
Yeah, that was after the FIA said you're not allowed to wear jewelry anymore. That was Ben Sulayem's first big executive order, and Lewis came out like Mr. T. It was awesome.
So he wore 2 watches like Fidel Castro?
Yeah, he wore like 7 watches and all of his earrings, and yeah, that was actually a pretty dope move by Lewis.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'll give him that. He wore the Castro dual watch.
speaking of Ben Sulayem, have you heard he's up for re-election? And do you
I
know
have.
who's going to challenge him?
Carlos Sainz Sr.?
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
The man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dope. The guy who was, like, upside down at the Dakar a month ago.
Electric Audi, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Back to Crime Corner.
Climb corner.
Whittly, 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 whittly.
Wow.
Judging.
Yeah, I sent this one in earlier today because this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I like this scheme here. I don't hate this one.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is a family who were taking parts off the line at the Ford plant,
it's all very Coen brothers.
Yeah, they were stacking them up at a warehouse and then selling them on eBay.
Extremely Coen brothers.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't see anything wrong with this.
No.
I mean, it's Ford, dude. What are they missing?
Yeah, I mean, come on. They're
$1 million bucks?
They're missing one skid of front bumpers for F-150s. It seems like.
I mean, come on. They're gonna be fine.
I mean, they say millions of dollars worth allegedly. I mean, do you know how many front bumpers you have to steal to get to $1 million?
Yeah, is that the face value? Because on eBay, that's like, I don't know, maybe 100,000. We're talking 10 to 1, dude. I've tried to sell shit on eBay. They bang you up hard.
They sure do.
Let's see.
None of these
Let's
are
see.
factory.
No. Yeah, see, that's why they got the good shit.
Yeah, they got the real deal.
Yep.
That's
And they probably did this same search, and they were like, hang on a second.
There's a gap in the market here, boys.
we could be the ones providing the real sweet stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in the world of, like, you know, LiDAR and every taillight and everything, car parts are so expensive now.
Mm.
And that's why insurance on a new F-150 is like, you know, $300 a month or whatever. Even if you're a good driver and everything, it doesn't matter because, you know, a taillight,
Absolutely.
a tiny little ding in the taillight could be, you know, a fucking $5,000
$12,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So these folks were just, you know, trying to help everybody else out by making those parts available on eBay.
Yeah, frankly, we should probably bust them out.
And you see, it was a family business. It was a dad and his 2 boys, I think.
Yeah, these Republicans say they support small business.
Yeah.
And yet, look at this.
So much for that.
All right, let's
These
go
guys.
Let's do a little Mecum preview, shall we?
Yes, this is what I've been waiting on all night.
Yep.
The Mecum preview, and what we're waiting on for all morning tomorrow.
Yep. Well, I'll be there bright and early. I'm gonna be down
Because
there about 9 a.m.
It is our favorite time of year, Austin.
It certainly is. I've been looking forward to it all year, and here we are.
I do every year.
Yep, me too. My first car is this CarCraft GT40 Mark IV continuation car. This is about as real as it gets as far as replicas go.
Yeah.
So this is
Proper one.
technically a continuation car, but, you know, other than the original real race cars, this is about as real as you're getting. They're saying it's
got a 427. What kind of 427 does it have in it?
some kind of a Ford, I suppose. Let's see what we got. I don't know. It's got a crazy 8 into 4 into.
Yeah, that's a proper looking exhaust. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. 8 into 2 exhaust.
Wow.
So, yeah. It looks pretty wild. And look at these twin carb with this weird glass piece and intake off to the side over it.
Wow.
I mean, this thing is...
What is the story with CarCraft? Did they... It's not like Superformance. These guys were... This was made in period?
This is made in period, yeah. This is a 67. This is a continuation car. So this is like, you know, how they continue to make Shelby Cobras into like the 2000s from Shelby.
Sure.
I believe, to my knowledge, this is much like that. By one of the original Holman Moody fabricators who worked on cars in period, finished in the early 2000s. 2010s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a CSX of original GT40s.
Yeah. To my knowledge,
Wow.
that's what this is.
It said it was taken to Sebring in 2023 and wrung out. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, so if you can't get a real GT40, which you can't, you can get this for under $1 million, and it's pretty cool.
Or you could get the real convertible GT40.
Yeah.
That's also at the sale, but we'll get to that after.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So my next selection was this 512M.
I had that on my list too.
Yep. I love a 512. I love all the Testarossas. I prefer to have some pop-up headlights, and we'll get to a TR that has those later. But,
Sure.
I mean...
This is a 512M.
Yeah. What else is not to like? Other than the pop-up headlights.
The very last of the Testarossas. A lot of people talk shit about these because they do look kind of funny with the headlights and all that.
Yeah.
But they are the rarest. They are the rarest of the rare.
Yep.
Of as far as 512s go.
Yep.
Oh look, it has like go back to the front end. It is like a 550 or something. It's like that is like the 550 front end it has on it. That's so weird.
The mouth, the happy mouth.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the happiest mouth in the world.
It looks like it's grafted onto it.
Yep.
But fact, it's a manual, I assume. They all were.
Yeah, they all were. Yeah. They hadn't invented the horrible F1 yet. They hadn't ruined the company yet.
But this would have been, almost the end of the line. I mean, the 550 came after this. They were all manuals, and then so I guess.
Yeah, there's a few more manual cars, but
the last one with the quote-unquote flat 12 in the back.
Yep. I mean, yeah, this is kind of the end of the line.
And the wheels fucking rule.
When it comes to V12 in the back, stick shift, yeah.
The only car with those wheels.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, now that you say it, maybe it'd be a good time to go to some of the big heroes, such as the GT109 prototype. So this is the only open-topped GT40 to race at Le Mans, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah. Insane.
To run down Mulsanne without a roof.
Yeah, at 200 miles an hour, no roof.
Yep. Pretty wild.
I can't imagine only one set of idiots wanted to do that. I mean, what?
Right.
Was this a factory? It's surely not a factory ran car. What does it say?
What do you mean factory ran?
Like, was it factory backed? Did Ford?
French drivers Maurice Trintignant and Guy Ligier. Second of 5, 1 of 2 surviving. Let's see.
Look at there. Sent to Carcraft, the guys who built that GT40.
Well, there you have it. Yeah. I believe it was also shipped back to Shelby American with a work order to rebuild after Le Mans. Yeah, so I believe this was I wondered if it was campaigned by Ford or by some privateers. I think it was privateered by these guys, Maurice Trintignant and Guy Ligier.
And Guy Ligier, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, or Guy Ligier probably.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, yeah, this is probably gonna be a multi-million-dollar thingy.
Yep. And this was in '65 before they won. This was in the year when all the Ford cars crapped out and did not win.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder where they finished, or did they finish?
Definitely not. One of them took a pigeon to the face.
It took a pigeon to the face.
Fucking roof.
200. We'll definitely try and get some pictures of that. Okay, so there's a McLaren Sabre here. What is this? 1 of 15.
A Sabre, yeah. The Sabre was like a Senna.
Yeah.
That they put different bodywork on. I think I don't know. I thought they did that to make it legal in the United States, but.
I mean, I think they're all legal through the what do you call it? Show and display.
Show and display.
Yeah.
The Sabre was very interesting. I thought it was U.S. only, and that's what made me think it was something to do with that. But
yeah, all I know is it's one of 15. I mean, I don't care much for these cars, but it'll still be neat to see such a rare car.
It'll be very cool to see. Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, I've seen about enough of that. Again, with the rare McLarens, this is a 1 of 3 Speedtail. I mean, these are super rare too.
Speedtail.
There's only like 20 of these too, right?
Yeah. Well, I saw a Speedtail at Mecum a few years ago. They had one.
Yeah.
I imagine. Well, I would say it's the same one that they're reselling it again because nobody wants this fucking thing.
Yeah, you see that quite a bit at Mecum. Same car. Like, you know,
yeah, but it's not because this one's blue and the one we saw was silver. But these are center seat.
Yeah,
which is extremely cool.
Yeah, F1 style. This is
and as such, it is also show and display.
Yeah, this is the titanium carbon fiber weave.
Yeah, and it also has It also has inductive charging, so you buy a thing and you park it over a mat and you charge
really?
it that way.
That's kind of neat. If only we could put that in roads, and then you could charge it as you drove along.
Yeah, they are extremely cool, and they go 250 miles an hour, but they're not legal on U.S. roads again. So it's a show and display.
Right. So they're legal on U.S. roads. Just you can only drive it like 2,000 miles a year, and it's probably costs a fortune to insure. But what do you expect?
Yeah.
Speaking of cars we've seen run before.
And in person, they are stunning. There it is, the Elva. We've seen that shit box before.
Yeah, the exact same one. I went ahead and compared the VINs earlier just to be certain of that. But yeah, it's the exact same one.
It's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's the Solus GT, and I've never heard of this one.
You've never heard of the Solus?
No, and it's got a V10, huh? It doesn't have the Nissan 4.0?
You know what V10 it is?
No.
It's a Judd V10.
Is it really? Oh man, so this thing sounds fucking sick, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a ripper, but it's a track-only kind of hypercar thing that they made.
This doesn't have a road title?
No, not even in the UK. It's track only.
It doesn't have
it's kind of like
signals or headlights or anything.
Yeah. But it's wild. This was their idea, trying to make an F1 car for the road, kind of like the Valkyrie.
Sure. Except for the Valkyrie is for the road.
It is, yeah. This was their Valkyrie AMR, I guess. But
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's extremely cool. There's an awesome YouTube video of I think it's Jethro Bovington or yeah, I think it's Jethro ripping this thing around a track, and it's wild. I mean, you know, it's good. It's got a Judd V10. It sounds crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. This is cooler than all these other ones.
It'd be very cool to see that thing in person because I bet it's so low and so wide. Yeah.
Yeah, this really does look like an F1 car. Not for the road, but for the track. I mean.
Yeah. And that's what it is. That was their rich guy track car. Yeah.
Except for I bet you or I could jump in this thing and get it around a track at least. I'm not so sure.
No doubt.
I'm not so sure about an F1 car, but this thing, I bet we could hop in and hear that Judd V10 scream. Pretty cool. Okay, and then of course
they've taken it up Goodwood too. You could find it.
Oh yeah, I bet that sounds awesome.
We've got a glimpse of a fantastic onboard here of Brock Bell taking it up earlier.
Yeah.
So this is not the ugliest color scheme I ever saw on a Veyron, but it's close.
Star of the show, the Veyron. Well, this one is like it looks like a tribute to the Super Sport. But it's not. It's a Grand Sport Vitesse, I believe.
It is, yep. And god dog are these things. I mean, was there some rule that you could only order these in just the most horrific color schemes? Have you ever seen one that looked nice? I mean, what the hell?
There's plenty of cool ones, but this one is full exposed carbon body.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
pretty cool. Do they charge you an extra $1 million for it like they do with the Pagani?
Yeah, I think it was probably 100,000 or something.
Wow.
Oh, look at the orange engine covers too.
Yeah, orange valve covers.
Yeah, you see the Grand Sport, the World Record Edition or whatever was all carbon and orange like that. So I think maybe this one that was what they were going for.
Wow. Exterior gas,
but
oil lids, and surrounds finish in orange sanguine paint with satin black lettering.
Sanguine.
Sanguine.
Yeah,
this will be something to see up close.
That's a really special Veyron. Even though it's a pretty hideous choice. It's all exposed carbon. I mean, that's
yeah.
Just to be able to see that thing will be pretty wild.
Yeah, and it's a Grand Sport Vitesse, a special one even amongst Veyrons. So this is exposed carbon? Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. Okay. All right. So ignoring the paint job, that's pretty neat. There's a loft there too.
And a laugh.
Man, they really have some special cars there. And it's in this Dave Frecka collection. He is really cleaning house, isn't he? He must have taken a bath under the fucking stock market this year or something.
Mr. Frecka. He's on his way out, I would assume.
Mr. Frecka either just died or he...
or I'm going to kill him.
He either just died or he was long Weight Watcher, so I'm not sure what happened. But he is on the struggle bus this year. Man, look at the mirrors on this thing.
Oh.
These make the Pagani Huayra mirrors look normal. I guess I never noticed that. Well, anyway, I've never seen a Loft up close, so this will be neat to see.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, LaFerrari would be a new one too.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Hopefully they got the engine cover open. I imagine this one will be in the big main, where they have where they serve lunch and everything.
The Star Attractions. That's where you get a hot dog when you're real drunk.
Where you get a hot dog to stifle the drunkenness. Should we even talk about this horrible Excalibur thing, or should we just skip right over this?
Oh, it's interesting. It's on Jay Leno's garage, I guess.
And Larry David let him borrow it? Assistance from Dave Draper.
No, that's LD.
I mean, this is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. I mean, it's horrible. Let's move on. There's an 812 Competizzi. That's cool.
812 Comp.
Never seen one of those up close either. Gorgeous lines.
Yeah, those are... You know how much those cost now?
No. What's the...
Take a guess. You know how much regular 812s are going for?
850,000.
Over $1 million.
Over $1 million.
Yeah.
I was to say, they don't have the estimate here. Usually they do, but they don't on this one. So, interesting. This will be over $1 million, huh?
Yeah.
One of 999.
For the comp.
Yeah. Alright, Patty. You've got an SLR McLaren. Not in silver.
I've never seen an SLR McLaren in person, so...
Yeah, me neither. This will be cool to see. You also don't see them not in silver very often, and this one's in crystal galaxite black.
Galaxite.
Galaxite. I don't know where you put the emphasis on that syllable. Only 2,700 miles on this thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to check this one out. I hope they got the doors open on it.
Yeah, the SLR, I just love it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it was hampered by the slush box.
Of course.
But, you know, we're talking about part of the Holy Trinity. That was before the 918 and the LaFerrari and the P1.
The first.
This
Holy
was
Trinity.
the holy. This was the Holy Trinity before that. It
Right.
was this and the Enzo and the Carrera GT.
Right.
And this is the only one that has been held back by having a, crappy transmission or whatever. But
yeah. Of course, the Enzo didn't have a stick either. But look how far back that V8 is. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's almost it's got to be on your nuts there.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, you're straddling that bad boy.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on with this?
Full carbon body and made with McLaren, just the best. Okay.
So this is a custom chassis split window with a 791 horsepower supercharged V8 and a stick shift.
791.
Yeah, 791. It's got a custom Tremec, cryo-treated, rated for 1,000 horsepower. I mean, this baby is ready for some fucking muscle. And you look at the interior, it is pretty sweet.
Oh,
all looks period correct,
lovely.
But it's beautifully reupholstered. And I mean, this is... I kind of hate split windows just because of, how bonered up all the boomers are for them. But I mean, this one is done up correctly.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised how many of them are done up like this. Because they're split windows. Like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. An unmolested
how shit
one.
are they to drive?
Right. Well, an unmolested one is worth this too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, this one would be way more fun, I'm sure.
Exactly. I think this one's been done pretty properly, and it won't get the appreciation that a normal, original split window would get at Mecum. But for me, I think this one's pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, how about an original Uwe Gambala custom version 2 coupe, which is, I believe, the only hardtop one ever of this series. And I love a Gambala.
Look at that.
I mean, this thing is sick.
This is early Gambala stuff.
Yeah,
too, I think.
First of 9 version 2 is the only coupe example and used in Gambala's period advertising and brochures. I mean, this is the one right here. This baby is.
It's got chips on the front bumper. Like, this is the one. Look at it. Beat up.
Yeah. Somebody actually fucking drove this thing a little bit. God forbid.
Not over restored. This one must be fully original.
Yep, T-tray wing. Pretty sick.
And you want look modified in period.
Yeah. So I'll definitely be looking for this thing.
It'd be interesting to see how much something like this would go for compared to a normal 930 turbo.
Right. They're saying $2 to $250 for this one, and I think they're probably not far off. This is a pretty special car, even though Gambalas aren't particularly valuable. But this one should be. I hope it gets every.
Yeah, I think it's probably a really early Gambala. Very cool. Like a ton of history there. I mean,
and a special custom order for a friend of Uwe. Yeah. Personal friend of Uwe Gambala, who asked him if he would like his 930 to be the first version to over dinner in Stuttgart. This is before Uwe washed up in a plastic bag on the shores of Pretoria. Moving on from the darkness that was the later life of Uwe Gambala, this is a K5.
No, go back.
You want
go back to the Gambala.
Okay.
I don't want to see this. No, I'm just kidding. No, bring up that horrifying K5. No, thanks, rad.
I think this thing's pretty cool. I mean, if you want a beach cruiser, what more do you want? I mean, there's not much more to say about this. It's a K5 with the roof cut off and a 6 Chevy small box swapped into it.
Oh, well, look at the engine bay. Stunning, too. This is like Riddler World Award kind of shit.
Yeah, fully shaved engine bay. I mean, yeah, there's not much to say about this thing. It's as cool as it gets, and I hope it gets all the money. They say 75 to 100K. I think that's probably about right. It's probably a little wallowy in the middle, but who cares? You know, you're not taking this thing to the track. It's just gonna be your beach cruiser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they spent $300,000 building that.
Well,
so.
That's always how it works. You never get your money back.
Yeah.
What about a B2 Alpina?
Now we're talking. Now we are talking.
This thing is sick.
This has to be one of the oldest Alpinas that is alpining.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the earliest and one of the nicest remaining examples. I mean, look how nice the chrome is. Look how beautiful the badges are. I mean, this thing is minty.
Yeah, all the decals are perfect. I mean, they must have redone this. Either that or it's the best one in the world.
Yeah, it has to be reconditioned, right? I would certainly think so. It's always really tough to say at Mecum because it gives so little information about the actual history of the cars. Ground up nut and bolt restoration by Mark Specialist. Okay. Either way, who cares?
E12 Alpina. It's one of the earliest Alpinas. It has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely perfect. It's got that crazy where the bezel around the clock is how you control the air conditioning strength.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Lufter.
Pretty cool. I learned that from Zuckerman.
Lufticles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. Very cool.
That's like Zuckerman's BMW, his 528 or whatever he has.
Yep. It's got that
this is the Alpina version.
Yeah, it's got the same bezel to control the AC. All right, so here's the polished copper-bodied Cobra.
Oh my god, so insane.
One of two known to have this polished copper body. It's got its original Shelby 427. I mean,
exterior color is copper.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty lean estimate. I mean, $1 million is not strange to get for an original 427, and this one's got a one of two copper body. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be over $1 million. And it's
so wild.
And it's gorgeous. So, I mean, what's not to like? There's not too much to say about this thing other than this is as good as it gets right here, folks.
Is this one part of one of the big collections?
You would sure think so. Part of the Apex collection. Would you like to see the rest of that real quick?
Yeah, let's see what. Oh, he's got the other 427 Cobra.
So we got a GTO Judge.
A bunch of amazing, perfect muscle cars.
Yeah, there's a GT350 Hertz with a ground-up rotisserie restoration. There's a CUDA. There's C1, another Hemi CUDA, Super B, Hemi Roadrunner. I mean, yeah.
Oh, he's got the Countach.
Yep, Countach. So we can get to this one before we get to it later. So there's a 25th anniversary, maybe one of the nicest ones left. It's only got fewer than 1,000 miles on it. It looks absolutely brand new everywhere.
Is it fewer than 1,000?
Yeah, it's got 970 something miles, I think. And the interior absolutely shows it. You know, these interiors don't really hold up very well on these cars, but this one is gorgeous. I mean, you know, what else is there to say? It's a fucking Countach.
Wowzers.
And everyone hates the 25th anniversary. I don't. I adore the 25th anniversary, which I've established on this show many times before. The front, the crazy American bumpers, I'm not wild about, but the rest of the 25th I think is fantastic. And it's got, you know, big power, big fuel-injected power. You don't have to worry about all this downdraft, side draft bullshit that all the nerds are, you know, gush over. What's not to like?
And I think once you see any Countach in person, whether it's a 25th or a round belly or
whatever,
a downdraft or whatever all the bullshit is.
Yep.
once you see any of them in person, you're like, oh my god, because they are so wide and so low.
Yep.
And so small.
Yep.
You don't realize it. The thing is like the size of a fucking Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Yeah, they are so cool.
They're insane. And yeah, I mean, anyone would be lucky to have this one. $850 to $1 million. That people who don't know the values of Countaches, that is a fortune.
Wow.
That is a fortune for a 25th.
Fortune for a 25th. Yeah.
But I believe they'll get every bit of this.
So we're really looking at the nicest anniversary in the world.
Yeah, and they're, you know, this is a fortune for a 25th, but I bet they're not far off. I mean, it's only got 1,400 kilometers on it. It's a left-hand drive. It's beautiful. It's perfect.
I bet John Tamarian's bidding on this motherfucker.
He probably should be if he's not. It should be on his radar. Tamarian,
wow,
you're welcome on the pod anytime.
Holler at us, John.
Yeah, there's the.
I love John Tamarian so much. He's the coolest fucking guy.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's got a Viper ACR. That's pretty cool. A ZR1.
Oh yeah, I think I may have put that ACR in my other in my list.
Yep.
Oh, and he's got the 812 comp too. This guy.
Yeah, the 812 comp. He's got a stick
Man.
ZR1.
This guy fucks.
One of 140 stick vert ZR1s. I mean that's that's the coolest ZR1 you can get. A stick vert. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Pretty crazy collection. All right. Anyway, what have we got coming up next?
You came here from the B2 Alpina.
Yeah, my next one was the Countach, so we'll skip that. What about this Monte Carlo SS Gasser? This is a winner at a Hot Wheels competition, unsurprisingly. I bet this thing will wheelie if you let off the brakes at idle.
It won the Hot Wheels competition?
It won a Hot Wheels competition. First place at Hot Wheels Legends Tour 2024 Detroit.
Oh wow, so there's a Hot Wheels model of it then.
Is there? I mean, I believe you.
Well, that's if you win the Legends. I'm pretty sure that's the prize.
Well, there should be. Let's see if we can find it. 1985 Monte Carlo Gasser Hot Wheels.
No.
There it is in front of its box thing. Well, maybe there will be one coming.
It's in the tube.
Yeah, look at these back wheels on this fucker.
Yeah, it's got like street tires on it, which is weird to see. Usually you would expect those big fat things to be slicks.
Yeah. Well, maybe you want to drive it back and forth to the show. It's got the boost retard.
Call Hammond.
Where's Hammond? Well, call him. Right then, lads, we're gonna get on with this.
Yeah, I'll bleep that on the. I don't want to get us banned. I'll hit it with a. I'm gonna come. I'll swap that in there.
I'm gonna come.
So this is probably my favorite C4 in the world. It's perfect in every way.
25th?
35th, yeah.
Oh, 35th.
Yeah.
Right. That makes more sense.
Yeah, and it's got everything. It's got the crazy
the white blades.
Yeah, the white blades. It's got the crazy futuristic vaporwave dashboard. It's got the crazy headrest embroidery. I mean, it's perfect.
Oh, in the white. Those seats in white. Amazing. Yeah.
Triple white, baby.
I mean, those things have have had a lot of jean shorts on them.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't had as many jean shorts as you might expect because they're not rubbed raw.
Oh, look at them.
Yeah.
They look great.
Now this one's an auto, which is unfortunate, but you know, this is a car that's to be looked at, not necessarily to be driven. And
yeah. Well, how many miles are on this hog?
Probably none. Let's see. 460 miles.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this baby is a time capsule. It's got the white turbofan, you know, salad spinner type ones, salad shooters.
The white salad spinners.
Yeah, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love these. I'm not crazy about C4s. They're not my favorite Corvettes, but man, the 35th is just the one you want. And everything about this one.
No, it's not. You want the ZR1.
Well, okay. You want the ZR1 if you want a driver. If you want one that looks cool, you want the 35th.
It does look cool.
I mean, definitely the ZR1 drives better. No contest there. The ZR1 actually...
Some would argue that it looks better as well.
I mean, it looks exactly the same except for it has square taillights.
You're damn right it does.
And then they give the square taillights to the base model like a year later, so really the ZR1...
Looks the same till you open that big clamshell hood and realize it's got a fucking quad cam Lotus engine.
Yeah. Yep. Dual overhead cams.
That's a cool 35th. I mean,
it certainly is. I love those cars. They're gorgeous. Did you see this one?
I also no. What is this?
This is
the Continentals have the roof chopped off.
This is a Mark V with
conversion?
The roof chopped off. Yep. You can tell by the trash bag rear. But I kind of think they look awesome as convertibles. I mean, this thing is pretty much slab culture. Can't you see this thing at the car show in Houston, Texas, rolling up next to all the... Can't you see this thing with some swangas on it?
Oh my god. It doesn't even really need them. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I think it looks absolutely fantastic as a convertible. It's a shame they never made it as one, but these guys fixed it. God, it's a real shame that it's disappearing before our very eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I don't care at all. I think this thing is just too cool, and it looks absolutely striking with no roof on
you're
it.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, I would have scrolled right past this when I was looking for mine. Oh, look at that interior. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, it's a little
So cool.
filthy. It could use a little cleanup, I feel like, but man, I think there's tremendous potential for a car like this.
I think this was owned by the same guy that had that Audi you were trying to put on there a few weeks ago.
The same guy busted on the seats.
Yeah, it was the same load.
Parked the same load on it and left it outside. It's parked under the same tree.
Yeah, the same hump tree.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's about 5 of these Mark Vs at Mecum this year, and I think this is a tremendous way to do one up. If anyone's thinking about buying one of them and doing something with one, I think you should cut the roof off and make one of these.
This is the only convertible, I presume.
Yes, I think it might be the only one in the history of the world.
Yeah.
What about this here? Great. 79 Fox Body Concept.
Concept?
Yeah. This is pretty neat. This is a concept car built by Ford for the first gen Fox Body. I mean, you can tell it's a little different on the nose. It's a little different in the rear, but it's pretty cool looking.
Let me guess. American Sunroof Corporation got hold of it?
Are you still talking about the Mark V, or are you talking about this one?
Both of them. Why are you picking all these ASC cars?
American Sunroof Corporation may have had something to do with the Mark V, but I believe this one is all Ford, baby. The Mark V, I will grant you that ASC probably had something to do with it, but this is all Ford, baby. And they did T-tops on the Fox Body.
Wow. I didn't know that. The thing is fucking badass. The pictures are the best part of this car.
Yeah.
The car itself is probably an absolute shitbox, but
well, they kind of all were. Yeah, so you could get T-top Fox Body.
No, go back to the one. Go back to the one at Mecum.
Yeah, I'm just showing you that they made other ones. Come on. There it is in the Mustang Enthusiast. Here it is on the cover of Mustang Aficionado.
Wow. Okay, go back to one of the
the other ones.
prime photos.
Yeah.
No. The stock, the main photo for the Mecum listing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I think sweet.
Yeah, I mean, you can really tell that it's different from the production model in the rear shot. You can also really tell when you look at the front here. But it's pretty cool. It's on some fucking Dayton's knockoffs too.
The headlights are enclosed. Is that so? They've.
You could get the enclosed headlights on the early ones, yeah.
So what's the story with this one? It was
this is a
auto
concept.
show car.
Yeah, concept car. Based on the first-gen Fox body platform, purported to be one of 5 planned for the series, this one is thought to be the only model receiving the full modification treatment and believed to be the only operable of the 5 planned.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the T-top conversion by Cars and Concepts. There you go. All right, you got me.
Told ya.
It wasn't American Sunroof Corporation though.
Yeah, same thing.
And then Ford would go on to offer T-tops as a factory option from 81, but this is 2 years before 79, so this would be very early on in the Fox body generation anyway, shortly after the Mustang II era, which we don't talk about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Anyway,
is there an estimate on that one?
Yeah, 80 to 100. I think that may be a little generous.
Wow. Yeah.
Well,
it's extremely fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's into that kind of shit, that period of history with Ford and yeah, that thing's cool as fuck. Okay, moving on.
Speaking of something that's not cool, I got one of these Carl Customs.
A Carl's Custom.
A Carl Custom. They got the balls to call this thing a split window. They're saying 125 to 150,
Carl.
And they're probably not far off given the Mecum crowd.
Yeah. Well, there's always 10, 12 Carl's Customs in there.
Yeah, this
in
one.
There.
There's always a couple of Carl's Customs. Yeah.
Wait a minute, go. Oh my God, it looks so bad. Go back to the profile. Oh, it looks so dumb.
It's got fuel injection, bud.
Hey, dude.
Odometer reads 2,700 miles. Yeah, that's because somebody was embarrassed to be seen in it. It does have a Edelbrock E-Force on it.
Yeah, it's what the mechanicals underneath this thing are unbelievable.
Yeah.
But you can get a resto mod, real C2. Just like that one we looked at, maybe not a split window.
Right.
But a real resto modded C2 for this price that will have an Art Morrison chassis underneath it, and it'll drive just as good as this, and you won't look like a big cock face.
Yeah, I mean this one ain't a split window either. This is a.
None of them are split windows. They're all fucking C5s with a fucking Quasimodo ass sticking out of them.
Yeah,
look at that thing.
This one's a C6, but yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible, and it should be destroyed.
And for how much? For how much?
I mean, I bet they're estimating 150. Yeah, 125
oh
to
my
150.
God, dude. We have to pay attention to how much this actually sells for.
I thought you were gonna say we have to plant a bomb on this thing while we're there and destroy it.
Okay, well, I don't want to carry a bomb in through the gates.
Here's the thing I'm really looking for. This is an Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra convertible.
Oh my God.
And it says,
how old of a pace car is this thing?
It's an official pace car is what it is. Remember when we saw the Oldsmobile Bravada pace car there a couple years ago?
Yeah, the Bravadas. That was from GM's actual collection.
Yeah, that was awesome. Known as the Princess Edition. You bet your ass it is.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I mean this thing is as sick. It's not very well kept.
Look at it. It looks like a barn find.
It just looks like a used car.
Now go to the first picture. Look at the tires.
Goodyear Eagles. They look a little flat. Honestly, I think they could use pumped up a little bit.
They're dry rotted and flat. I mean, those are the original tires.
Right, which is what you want for a driver. Look at that badge. Look at hood ornament.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Yeah. It's got Sweden. It's got Switzerland. It's got Finland.
Man, I haven't seen that in such a long time. That was so cool.
Yeah.
When they had the multinational flag little badge thing, that was so awesome.
Totally. How about this Pantera? It's an early one. It's a 72.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. It's got the 351. I mean, this thing is clean as a whistle. 26,000 miles.
Wow. Full restoration?
I love a Pantera. I don't know if it's been restored or if it's just that nice. I don't see anything about a restoration. I think it's just nice. I think it's just been cared for.
No way. No way it's original.
I don't see anything about a restoration. It's only got 26,000 miles.
Wow.
And
if that's all original, that's the best Pantera on Earth.
Yeah, it's got to be close to that. Let's see. 75 to 85,000. That's middle of the road. That's not the nicest Pantera. Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything about a restoration. But this is Mecum, you know. You never. The descriptions on these things they're often just flat out wrong. So, I wouldn't be shocked if they missed something.
Well, either way, I love it in that white.
Yeah.
Looks fucking awesome. Panteras. Did you watch Doug's Pantera review?
No, not yet. I saw it posted, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
The Tommaso
it's exciting that Cars and Bids is selling old cars now, because now we get to see Doug fuck around with old stuff like that.
This is a Di Tommaso Pantera.
Yeah.
This is a Fiat 600D.
Oh yeah, this one was mine.
You picked this one too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're still going through mine, but yeah, like I said, we can skip through most years because we picked mostly the same ones.
Yeah. Although I had a bunch of newer exotics and stuff, which, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, you sure did. I love an old Fiat. This one's fantastic. It's a shame it's going to be going for probably 20 grand because I would love to buy something like this.
I mean, 20 grand, if it goes for that, we're buying it for the pod, I think.
This would be
got a pretty big raise.
This would be the first Patreon goal.
We can afford it.
Yeah, this would be a great mascot for the pod right here.
But any kind of old Fiat. This one I actually was not familiar with. I'm used to the big. I guess this is the kind of Mega 500, the big extended wheelbase 500.
The big Boppy 500. Look at this shift,
yeah.
Shift diagram.
600. Oh, it's right there on the dash.
Yeah. Just in case you forget what order 1, 2, 3, 4 are in.
Yeah. Well, that's hard to remember sometimes, bud.
Yeah, I suppose. Usually they just print right here on the shift ball, but
you get loaded up.
You get loaded up on.
You need that
on a couple Palomas.
No, Palomas are Mexican.
And you're drinking a Bellini.
Yeah, or just a bunch of pasta and wine.
Get all loaded up on pasta.
Yeah, it'll weigh you down, dude.
Yep. Speaking of getting weighed down, how'd you like to get caught driving around in this thing?
This is from the
West Coast
The West
Customs.
Coast Customs.
Yes, sir.
Guess what? I'm about to turn your slingshot into a core.
Into a Star Trek, into the USS Enterprise.
Guess what? Your core's about to become a Star Trek.
Is that Mad Mike? Shouts out to Mad Mike. If Mad Mike, if you're listening, you're welcome on the pod anytime.
Oh, that was supposed to be Exhibit.
Oh, that was Exhibit. All right, shouts out Exhibit.
Yeah.
Exhibit, if you want to bring.
Your core. Guess what? Your core looks like it works. How about this? Now it don't. Now it's broke.
I feel like this thing could take off on you at any moment. Catch a little wind into that front end. Off you go. It's got a stick shift at least. That's pretty cool. Look at the cool Starfleet badges on the seats.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sick.
It left no stone unturned.
No stone unturned. Proceeds to benefit the West Coast Customs Academy as well. We'll have to be watching this one with our bidders passes.
No, the best one from the West Coast Customs was the Forerunner that they made into a lowrider.
That they put a Lexus badge on?
I don't know if they put a Lexus badge on it.
Oh,
it was a Forerunner.
Oh, they did. Look at that.
Is there a Lexus badge on it? Yeah. Well, hell, it might as well be an LX470.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. And it's got flames on it.
Yeah, it's got flames on it.
Just like God.
Yeah, that was the best one.
They left the interior just completely alone, except for some crazy amplifiers in the back. Oh boy. Alright, they also have a 3000 GT Spider SL, which I really love these. I don't think this is a VR4.
SL?
It's not a VR4 is the important part, of course.
Oh, that's just like that was the trim.
Yeah.
The lower trim.
Yeah, it's NA and it's a stick shift, but the important part is it's a folding hardtop from 1996.
Whoa!
Yeah, I believe these were.
That's amazing.
I believe these were the first folding hardtop cars. I could be mistaken about that. Certainly the first Japanese folding hardtops, but I think they were the first. Period.
Yeah, it would surprise me.
Yeah, these cars were really ahead of their time. And I think they're cool as hell, and they certainly look a hell of a lot cooler than the ragtop
I
ones.
love 3000 GTs. Yeah.
I mean, 3000 GTs are awesome already. But
I didn't know there was a folding hardtop one.
Yes, sir. You don't see them very often. I think there's only like 1,000 of them or something. They didn't say the one of X, but I guess Mecum just doesn't realize how rare these things are. I don't think they know what they've got here. Because these things
Somebody does.
Yeah, these things are super rare and they're extremely cool, and I was floored when I saw one for sale, and I'll be looking for it tomorrow.
This one's an automatic?
Yeah, it's an automatic, unfortunately. It's not a turbo.
Oh.
But it's got a power retractable hardtop, and you didn't see many of those in 1996. Alright.
The Alante in egg yolk.
And egg yolk, as it's supposed to be. I'm gonna cut in those old homosexuals that Mom loves that she's always sending me on Instagram.
Only sold 7, so this is one of 7. But tonight we'll go out in that. Now I'm wearing a nice. This is Jack Nicholas, who used to have a wonderful line of clothes. I have about 12 of these blazers, and I wanted something summery because it's hot here. It's 75. Above 75. I've got on.
Dude.
Right here.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, I'm cutting them in right here. Yeah, this thing is sick. I love the Alante. I see one driving around Plainfield all the time, and I'm always taken aback whenever I see it. The Pininfarina badge is looking clean. The egg yolk was the correct color.
Was this pre-North Star?
I think this was a North Star. I think they were all North Stars, were they not? Yeah, it's got North Star.
Okay. So this was very early North Star. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the early problematic North Stars, but you know, a lot of them have been addressed. This one
but
may not have been. It's only got 50,000 miles on it.
With edgy Pininfarina design.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Oh God, I love the Elante so much.
Gorgeous
so cool.
Pininfarina design, yeah. Yeah, they look
so
fantastic. Cool. What's not to like? It's an Elante. Moving on, this one isn't advertised as such, but I think this is a Pontiac Mira.
No, that's 328. One of the nicer 328s I've seen.
Yeah.
Whoa! What's going on with the engine there?
It's a Fiero.
Doesn't look right. Yeah, I know I submitted this one. But isn't that the best Fiero 328 you've seen?
Well,
Look at that thing, dude.
I think it's a Pontiac Mira, which you could buy these from. You could buy these from Pontiac dealerships. Are you not familiar?
What?
Yeah, are you not familiar with this?
No.
Yeah, so at Pontiac dealerships back in the 80s, you could buy a Pontiac Mira, which was a Fiero with a body kit on it. Let me find you one on Bat here. I know they've sold on there. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, Pontiac Fiero Formula Mira. This one has a Pantheon badge here. So for a short time before Ferrari sued the shit out of him, you could buy Fieros with this body kit on them, and it looked pretty good.
From the dealer.
From the dealer, yep. And I'm pretty sure that's what we've got here. It's not advertised as such.
Yeah.
But
1000% that's what we have here.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a
Holy
Mira.
shit.
Yeah. And there's...
I saw it and I was like, that's the best looking 328 or 308 kit on a Fiero I've ever seen.
Yeah, they look pretty good. They didn't sell many of them, but you know, I think I sold like 100 of them or something. But
well, they're about to sell one more tomorrow. Daddy just got a raise. Let's go.
But for a short time, you could order these from the Pontiac dealer, and they really do look the part.
It looks so good.
Yep. But there's a RS 2.7 lightweight there.
Lightweight 2.7 RS, huh?
Yep. This is a special car. It's gonna go for all the money. There's really not much to say other than...
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's an RS 2.7 lightweight.
In Tangerine, I believe.
Yep.
Like Zuckerman's.
This is a car that Jerry Seinfeld would probably go after. If he's not already. If he's not going to be on the phone going after this thing on Fuchs wheels. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah, what's the does it say mileage and stuff?
Sure.
Hell, look at this seats.
15,941 kilometers. One of 200.
That's way too many for Jerry.
That's way too many for Jerry.
Is it?
Except for this is a driver.
Is it Tangerine? Does it say?
I don't see anything about paint codes. Certainly looks Tangerine though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool. How cool.
And it's absolutely gorgeous. Again.
Is there an estimate on that one?
I don't think they've put an estimate up on this one, no. But I bet this one's close to $1 million.
It'll be how many.
So up next, we've got the Chrysler Prowler Mulholland Edition convertible.
Mulholland Edition?
That's right. Named after the California road.
What does that mean?
It's named after the road in California, not the David Lynch film. I'll cut in some David Lynch clips here.
Come on, it'll be just like in the movies. We'll pretend to be someone else.
I'm not entirely sure it deserves to be named after either of those things.
Yeah, it's hand pinstriped by Scooter Johnson or whatever his name is. The last
Scooter Johnson.
the last pinstriper for Chrysler. And it's a Prowler. It's got its mustache on it. Patty, I figure you of all people would love this thing.
I did select the Prowler for my, I picked that for my Radwood car only because I thought it would fit on the trailer of the Caravan, which you told me was bullshit because the trailer would weigh too much.
Yeah. You're no way your Caravan's pulling that. But, you know.
However, the Prowler is still fucking amazing.
Right. You're clearly an enthusiast of the Prowler, and you should love the Mulholland.
Look at it, dude.
I mean,
I grew up looking at it on my wall. I mean, it's literally the only poster car I will probably be able to ever afford of mine.
Right.
Because next to it was an F50 and a McLaren F1. So,
right.
And then it was the Prowler.
The F50 on the water, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we can't.
And this is the Prowler of all Prowlers. A pinstriped.
Yeah.
Prowler.
I'm looking on my other monitor for that F40 poster. I can't find it anywhere. Damn.
You know the one I mean.
Oh yeah, of course I do. With the reflection in the water. All right, what about this sweet 1955 custom Speedster replica? Could you tell it was a replica?
What gave it away?
Oh, what gave it away? It's on Fuchs or something close to that. It was featured in the adult films Behind the Green Door and Behind the Green Door, the sequel. 14 years apart, those two. Previously owned by noted adult film entrepreneur Artie Mitchell. Who directed the aforementioned films. Definitely gonna.
So who got piped on that thing?
I'm definitely gonna cut in some clips here. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It does appear to have some sort of a period correct pancake engine in it, but man.
Yeah.
I bet it's just built on a Beetle. It's gotta be, right?
Well, they all are.
Yeah. Yeah, but God, look at this thing. Ooh.
Not all of them have been absolutely defiled by porn stars.
I mean, this thing is ghastly. It starred in multiple adult movies about green doors.
Is there an estimate on this? Please
I hope so. 30 to 40,000 in your fucking dreams.
Oh my God.
No way.
Why would you just? You could get like an okay 356 replica for that.
Yeah, I mean you're getting close to okay proper 356 for that.
Real 356. Yeah, right. I don't know that much about 356 prices, but you don't have to have the one that's got the green cum dragon on it or whatever it's called.
Maybe there'll be an adult film enthusiast there that's, a real starfucker for these things.
There's one guy that's been pounding off to the green whatever for
Behind the Green
50
Door
years. Yeah, Behind the Green Door. Behind the Green Ace.
So this is a 78 Regal Turbo. Do you know what's special about this car?
A Regal Turbo. I don't know. I assumed you would just want a GNX. Why is it gold?
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National.
Well, of course you would want a GNX, but what you can get with this one is a carbureted turbocharged car.
Oh, the carb turbo.
Yeah. This is sort of a relic of a bygone era. It's got the T-tops. It's a triple T, T-type turbocharged T-tops. but you don't see the carbureted turbocharger very much. Certainly not anymore, but you know, back in the day, this was pretty cool technology. I think these are pretty cool.
And they've taken pictures of it out front of some guy's house.
Yeah.
So I assume it'll be pushed across the stage.
Well, that remains to be seen. What day is this crossing the block? Is it tomorrow? Wednesday. Okay, this does seem like a middle of the week type car. So this is the first
cool
turbocharged Regal. I mean, there's not much to say. 93,000 miles. I think these are cool. It's not going to go for a lot of money, but you know, it's a gold turbo Regal. I mean, come on.
Extremely cool.
Yeah.
Extremely cool nonetheless.
Yeah, what's not to like? So this is an H3T Alpha. I adore these. It's got the big V8 in it. It's automatic, but this has a special off-road package. 2009 and 2010, the Adventure package. It's pretty sweet. These are pretty rare.
Look at those wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
H3T Alpha.
Yeah.
That means it has what V8 did it have?
It's the 5.3 Vortex, so this would be like
okay, it's a Vortex
yeah.
instead of the 5-cylinder Volvo.
Straight
engine.
5, correct? Yeah. So yeah, this is just a Gen 4 Chevy small block. You know, much like you'd find in the other GMT 900s of that era or 800s of that era. But this one
looks so cool.
Yeah, but this one has a really cool off-road package. It's got this huge jacked-up stance and all this cool off-road gear from the factory. I mean, these are really cool. I don't know if it's gonna get the love that it deserves at Mecum, but nonetheless, this is a cool special car, and I hope somebody there appreciates that. Speaking of turbochargers, we've got a 1982 CX500 turbo bike.
CX500 Turbski.
Yeah, this baby had a turbocharger back in the 80s. This is back in the, you know, the Japanese horsepower races of the 80s. Look at this font that it had for the badging. Isn't that awesome?
That's like the one Matt Farah has in his showroom.
Yeah.
Or in his lobby.
Yeah. Yeah, these things are sick. Look at where the clutch cover is. It's on the front. I mean,
yeah, a turbocharged motorcycle is pretty wacky.
Yeah, these things are really kind of laid out in a wacky fashion, and they sound awesome, and they look really cool, and I really like these bikes. I'll be looking out for this one in the bike section tomorrow. I hope hope this one gets the love it deserves as well. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, we already went over this one. The Veyron, the Sabre. There's also a Buick Riata convertible. No word on if the funky digital dash works in this thing or not. Let's see if they've got pictures of that.
Hi, dog.
Yeah, you know, there's like one guy left that rebuilds the digital dashes on this thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's like some guy out in Arizona or something that you can send your digital dash off to, and he's got like all the spare parts and everything, and he puts it back together.
The Riata guy?
Yeah. Oh, this one doesn't appear to have it. This one's got the later, much easier to repair digital dash. This doesn't have the crazy, funky, like the one out of the Aston Martin Lagonda.
Right.
Yeah, that type of thing. The fighter jet one. So much easier to maintain.
That goes up with the bars.
Exactly, yeah. Very cool car.
Well then
what?
I think that a lot of desirability gone from that car. You gotta have that.
Frankly, yeah.
But maybe you could send the dash from this one out to the guy in Arizona and he could make it the cool one. Swap it in.
Swap it in. Maybe he could. And also, this one's a vert.
It's fake.
This one's also a vert, which is it's a American Sunroof Corporation hack job.
Of course.
Yeah.
ASC is back again.
ASC strikes
Those
again.
Fuckers.
The coupe definitely looks better.
Yeah, the coupe's so much cooler.
They don't have any pictures of it with the top down either, which is definitely the way to show this thing. So, but You know, I saw 3 of these sitting outside Starbucks last week. And it tells me that there's too many self-indulgent wieners in this town with too much bloody money. But if I had a 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB 4 cam, then what would I be?
You wouldn't be a self-indulgent wiener, sir.
You'd be a
connoisseur.
That's exactly right.
Now, if I was driving a 1967 275 GTB 4 cam,
You would not be a self-indulgent wiener, sir.
And this thing is absolutely gorgeous.
As far as 275s go.
This one is special.
Red.
Disegno
Not an alloy.
Pininfarina.
Not an alloy body, I don't think. That's kind of the tippy top, but yeah, pretty spectacular. I mean, it looks.
Yeah, an alloy body would make it like one of like 5 or something, right?
I don't know if it's 5. It's more than that, but let's see what it says.
They make sure to say a 10% buyer premium applies, just before you get any big ideas.
Yeah, for the guy who's worried about spending $1 million on a car, or $2 million or whatever it is.
Yeah, and this one is Ferrari Classic K certified with the red book.
It's got the Classic K. Yeah, I mean, this is a banger of a 275.
This is a good one, and it's been driven quite a bit. I think it's got 85,000 kilometers on it, so it's been enjoyed. But man, it looks clean as a whistle.
I mean, they all are.
Yeah.
It will have been restored to the tits, but
I don't know if this one has been though. I think this one's just a survivor, baby.
Come on.
Look at it.
That's bullshit.
Look at
There's
it.
no way.
It's been
Well,
loved.
okay, the buttons,
It's
the
been
paint,
loved.
and the rest of it I'm talking about.
Comprehensive mechanical
Let's do it.
chassis and suspension restoration completed in 2017, but you know, mechanical chassis and suspension, that's
Paint
what?
completed by Brian Hoyt, so the paint's not real.
What do you mean it's not real?
Well, okay, it's not original.
It's not all original, sure, but you know, this is a nice car. It's an enjoyed car. It's a beautiful car.
It's a perfectly restored car. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna get what it deserves.
I can't wait to check it out tomorrow.
Me neither. Speaking of ones
Dude, I'm definitely gonna try to open the door. Oh, the RSK, it's back.
Yeah, this is the same one we saw a few years ago?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, so this one sold for like $5 million last time, right? So it's just gonna change hands again?
3.5, I think. It was very expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for a car that only has 1 seat. But it's pretty cool. Guess there's not much to say here if it's a car that only sold 4 years ago. Hopefully Jerry Seinfeld buys it and he lets Kevin Hart sit in his lap this time.
Yeah, Jerry has one of these that's way better. He doesn't care about this.
Right.
No. But, I mean, the fact that we're going to be able to see this car twice now is amazing. I mean, this thing is super special. I don't know shit about racing history, but I can guarantee you that this car has a lot of it.
Does it not take some of the specialness away from you that we just saw it like 2 years ago?
Oh, that it's swapping hands a lot. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting, and it. I'm starting to really enjoy our Mecum tradition. You know what I mean? And the fact that we're seeing cars like this,
of course,
over and over again.
Yep. One that I've never seen before is a Lamborghini Miura.
Yeah, let's go. This will be a first for both of us. This one.
Yeah, and to me, this is maybe the prettiest car of all time. I don't know. It's in the conversation. I adore Lamborghini Miura. I mean, it's my favorite Lamborghini ever, including the Countach, including the Diablo.
So, this one in particular appears to be insane.
Yeah, and it's pretty.
Look at the interior.
It's pretty much perfectly configured for me. The verde exterior, the blue interior. I mean, this really is the one.
Verde Mantis.
Yeah, Verde Mantis. That's right.
And
Call me Mantis.
Then I swoop in.
I wish it were crossing the block tomorrow, so we might have a chance to get to see it in flames.
Yeah, you had to see it catch fire.
But it's next Saturday, so unfortunately we won't be there when it burns to the ground. But man,
we won't be able to see it stationary.
What a car! Seeing something like this will truly be a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
There's a P400S.
Yep.
With a blue interior. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. I mean, this is up there with, you know, F40, whatever, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let's see which ones you picked that we didn't look at already. I've got your list up over here on the other screen. So first of all, we got an MC20.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen one of these before.
Right, yeah, I just want to check one out in person.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk a lot about the MC20, but it's a fascinating car, and I think they are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're cool looking for sure.
Yeah, to probably, you know.
It's a striking look. It's a real Maserati supercar, you know.
It's maybe Maserati's swan song we're looking at here, the way they're going.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's admirable. And it's probably related to the Alpha Giulia Quadrifoglio and all that, so.
Well, it'll always be MC12 for me, but I mean, this is probably the end of the line for this.
Sure, an MC12 would be extra special, but we saw an Enzo last year, so.
Sure, yeah, and I know to most people the Enzo would be more special, but it would be really, really something to see see an MC12.
Oh, the MC12 is way more special.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
that's a Roma. Cool. Not that special to see, but man, what a beautiful color it's in.
Look at the color of this Roma. It's a Kermit Roma.
It's in what is it? Verde Medio Metallic.
So you know the Roma is kind of it is literally the entry level Ferrari, if there is such a thing.
Yep.
And just like any other car, there's like 10 colors you can pick from. Do you want black, brown, gray, dark gray, blue, dark blue, black, or white?
Yeah.
But if you want a color like this, you have to go to the Ferrari, whatever they call it, program.
Their paint to sample?
Well, it's more, they don't just have paint. It's like you gotta get the, oh god, I wish I could remember the term. It's hilarious.
Tecnologia all'acqua waterborne technology verniciatura originale. Verniciatura.
That's not it.
Huh.
Well, damn it. If you could find the fucking window sticker on this thing, I bet it'll say. But my point is, somebody paid a shit ton of money to paint this thing in that color.
Red boat carbon ceramic. Remember when we saw Charles Leclerc drive up in one of these at Coda?
Yeah, at Coda. Yep, right past us.
Yeah, we were like, oh, there's a Roma. Oh, Charles.
That's Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But yeah, the fact that this car was painted in that color is insane. I mean, that must have cost $20,000.
Yep. Speaking of cute
on top of that.
Speaking of cute green cars, how about this little Austin Mini?
Yeah, how about it?
How cute is that little sumbitch? 50 to 75,000?
I think it's a pretty special one. I can't remember why.
It must be. You can get these things for pretty cheap.
Can you though?
No expense spared restoration.
Yeah, an original Austin Mini.
Well, you know, they made these things until like 2005.
Yeah, but most of them are rotted to hell, I think.
Yeah. They made them for a long time. But this one appears to be meticulous.
So this guy rallied this one, or there's something special about this particular one? I don't know.
I think it's just an old one that's been meticulously restored, and original rally and hill climb vehicle. I don't know what that means, but pretty cool. And this looks to be done up like an old race car and everything. This is awesome. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's 100 grand awesome, but it's awesome. I've always wanted
pretty special mini.
Yeah, I've always wanted something like this, just a little zippy car, you know. This one is clearly out of my price range, since you could get a new Corvette for this, but man.
Well, that's not a little zippy car, is it?
Yeah, it's not a little zippy car, but you know, if for the sake of argument, you could get a Fiat Abarth for $7 grand. But
yeah,
this
that's
one,
true.
This one has a lot of charm to it.
I think this one has a ton of history and stuff too.
Yeah, a ton of history, a beautiful restoration, and a largely original car, other than the beautiful restoration. And you know, it's really cool, and I really like it.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I like the Mini.
Yeah. Another one you've called out here is this 1998 Dodge Viper GTSR.
The GTSR, dude.
Yeah, so I'm not really familiar with the GTSR. Is this like a race car version?
I think, is it a homologation for the Le Mans cars?
I don't know. This looks like the interior of Corey's old Eclipse that he spray painted most of. That's what that reminds me of. I do love the emergency pull handles. GTSR FAA GT2 Champion. So maybe this is maybe homologated isn't the right word, but a tribute to the GT2 cars.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. I mean, any first gen or 1.5 gen Viper is cool, but this one is especially cool.
This has to be the coolest of them all.
Yeah, it's in the conversation for coolest of them all. Let's see. Okay, so that's the Pontiac Mirror you got listed, and then the Miura. Okay, so I think we've gone through all of our Mecum picks here. Well, I've got an idea here for a fun trivia game that we could play real quick right before the end.
This is Jeopardy!
What would you like, automakers or old cars?
Man. Those both sound horrible.
Yeah.
Let's go automakers.
Okay. Automakers. Now you're going to do all 5 of these so we don't have to ring in from each other, and you can either choose to answer or you don't have to, okay?
Okay.
So your first question is, in 1975, this company introduced the Pony, South Korea's first mass-produced car, for $400.
South Korea's first mass-produced car?
Mm-hmm.
Introduced the ponies. South Korea. Hyundai?
It is Hyundai.
Yeah, let's go.
So you got 400. Now your next question is, in 1901, decades before merging with Benz, Daimler sold the first of these cars named for a diplomat's daughter.
Decades before it's Daimler's. These cars.
You don't have to. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But if you do answer and you get it wrong, it's minus 800.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, you got it. So your next question, a last name of Enzo, who left Alfa Romeo in 1939 and later started his own racing company.
Ferrari.
Yeah, of course, Ferrari. So there's another 1,200 for Patty. In 1904, he sold his interest in his company, hopefully for a king's ransom, in quotes, and then formed the REO Motor Car Company for $1,600. You don't have to guess if you don't want to. You can pass.
REO. Yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna pass. It was Olds. Olds.
Olds.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So for 2000, this French family introduced a three-wheeled steam-powered car at the 1889 World's Fair. They're still producing cars.
Are they now? The Peugeots or the Renaults.
Do you want to guess either of those, or do you want to pass?
Do I lose all the money if I'm wrong?
You lose 2,000 if you're wrong. Yep, and you're at 2,400 right now.
You fuckers. Okay, pass.
Right,
what is the answer?
Pass. The answer is Peugeot.
Oh, fucker. Yeah, okay.
But you get to keep your money. You're at 2,000 right now. Okay, so let's see. You passed on that, so that means mine is old cars. So for my round, I will do old cars. Let's see. Henry Ford was famous for saying customizers could have this 1908 to 1927 car in any color as long as it was black. That'd be the Model T, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, Model T. Okay. So I've got 400. What's next? Here's a 1958 Hudson Hawk from this U.S. automaker, now a name more familiar as a partner in printers. It's gonna be Hudson. Oh, Packard. Okay, so I'm minus 400 now.
Yeah, Hudson was in the name.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It was in the clue. It was in the clue, I thought.
No, it's not. 1958 Hawk. I was thinking Hudson Hawk. That's the Bruce Willis movie, though. Sorry, I got it confused with the Bruce Willis movie. It was Packard. Shit. Okay, so I've really got to guess now. Alright, name for a Spanish explorer, Hernando. This Chrysler division made the airflow in 1934, but eventually not so much the cash flow. Oh, man. So, ooh. But not so much the cash flow. Oh, I see, that's a play on airflow. I was thinking Hispano-Suiza, but that's probably not right.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
That's definitely not right.
I doubt it's Cortez. I'm not going to guess on this one. I'm going to pass. DeSoto. Yeah. Should have known that. Alright, now this next one's a daily double, but we're going to say it's 1,600 because that's the point value. Studebaker, maker of an electric car around 1900, was based in this town. Newt Rockney worked part-time in sales. Okay, well, Newt Rockney was from Notre Dame, so Notre Dame has got to be South Bend, Indiana? Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
South Bend, Indiana. So I get 1,600 for that. Okay, so I'm back in the black now.
Nice.
Alright, 2000. In 1951, NASCAR felt the sting of the Hudson This, which won the season opener in Daytona. That's going to be the Hornet, right?
You fucker. Yeah.
Okay, the Hudson Hornet. Okay. So I'm in good shape now.
Yeah, an easy one.
Yeah, I sure did. Alright, so for round 2, I'm going to give you a choice of... You know, really, I should get to pick the category this time, but I'm winning, so I'll let you pick category again. Do you want muscle cars or do you want on wheels?
Muscle cars or on wheels?
Yep.
Ugh, muscle cars.
Alright, muscle cars. This is a category from 2017. So this is going to be, we're going to double your point value here. It says 200, but this will be a 400. We'll make it the daily double prices here. So Lisa Ann Walter delivers this clue. Can we see the video of that? Okay, no, that'd be sweet. Designed to dominate NASCAR, the Plymouth Superbird shows its racing origins and its aerodynamic nose and its huge wing type of this device designed to counteract lift and keep the rear end on the track.
What the fuck? It's like, oh, big wing, and it's, large aerodynamic nose, and it's huge wing type of this device. I mean, it's not a wing.
Probably not, because wing is in the clue.
Oh, a splitter?
Splitter. They're probably looking for spoiler, I would guess. Yeah, spoiler. So that's minus 200.
Oh, whatever. Okay. What a poorly worded question.
Lisa Ann Walter coming back, featuring a mammoth 455 cubic inch V8 engine. The 1970 Buick GSX zoomed around with an impressive 350 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of this.
Torque.
Torque. That's absolutely right. So that'll be 800 you get, making back what you just lost. Oh, and James, is this a this is a James Holzhauer game that we're watching here. So yeah, he's gonna dominate.
Nice.
Melissa Schimenti, my character on Abbott Elementary, loves Italian stuff, but in real life, I love this legendary American muscle car that was rolled out by Dodge in 1970 and rebooted to great acclaim in 2008. I've owned 4.
Challenger.
Challenger for $1,200. Well done. All right, for your next question, for $1,600, Pontiac introduced the sporty Firebird in 1967. In 1969, it brought out this even more powerful variant that took its name from a series of races held at tracks across the country.
The Trans Am.
Nailed it. Pontiac Trans Am. Well done. All right. And for your final question, the $2,000 question. Count off the barrels in its carburetor, the speeds in its transmission, and its dual exhaust pipes to get this numeric name of this 1964 Oldsmobile.
4-barrel Oldsmobile Cutlass. 4-barrel Cutlass.
No, you're losing you're losing 2,000 for that one. That's the 442, buddy.
Oh, the 442.
Yeah. Oh, James guessed what's an 88. James Holzhauer missed it though, so you're in good company there. Okay, that gives me a chance because you were crushing that category. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so let's see. What was
I lost pretty much everything I made.
You lost a lot of it, yeah. So on wheels, that was the one that that I'm doing, right? Okay. So this one's going to be doubled as well. The Ford Maverick and GMC Sierra are this popular type of vehicle. What the hell? Oh, this is a modern one, 2024. Okay, so yeah, so then they're pickup trucks. Yes, okay. So that's 400 for me. The wheels on this hippie mobile go round and round like the ones on George Carlin voiced in Cars. A Volkswagen bus? Yeah, a VW microbus. I think we're gonna take Volkswagen
we'll
bus.
We'll accept that.
Yeah, we'll accept that. So it's 800 for me. The Cozy Coupe is a classic from this company whose two-word name refers to its young customers. Oh. I don't know this one. Two-word name for its young customers. I'm gonna pass. Little Tykes? Oh, okay. That's the little. That's the red and yellow little cruiser car thing.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. The 1911 Curtiss Triad was the first plane to have retractable this like modern planes. Landing gear? Yeah, landing gear. Okay, 1600. Made without brakes, track bicycles are designed for this type of building, and here they are going around inside one. I need to get the picture here. 404 not found. Okay, so I don't get to see the picture.
I didn't get the videos.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't get your video. Made without brakes, track bicycles are designed for this type of building, and here they are going around inside one. I don't know. I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, so let's total up the scores here.
Like, I forgot I could pass on my last one.
Yeah, so I think I won. We'll total that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll put a final score in there while I edit this.
I could bet the farm. I'm not gonna win.
Yeah, we should come up with a way to do a final Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Oh well, I think let's leave it there for tonight. We got a big day tomorrow.
Mecum.
So we'll let you guys know. We'll show lots of pictures next week. We'll let you guys know what all we saw. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching, I can't imagine that you are, but if you are, thank you so much. And until next week, I'm Austin.
I've been Patty. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
Brothers Con Watch Pod. Like, subscribe, yeah.